Hi, I'm Nathan Tannenbaum with these stories from the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Las Vegas Metro Police announced Thursday that a man who officers say was combative after a knife fight with his roommate Sunday night died after officers attempted to subdue him. The Review-Journal's Maggie Lillis reports Friday that, according to police, 47-year-old Daniel Morantes was acting erratically when officers responded to a home near Bonanza and Maryland Parkway and was subsequently subdued but stopped breathing after paramedics arrived. The RJ is asking why it took so long to release information about this case from Sunday to Thursday, and you'll know what we know when we know it. A North Las Vegas man has filed a lawsuit against a local taxi company alleging he was victimized by racial discrimination when he worked for Nevada Checker Cab Corporation, which also owns Yellow Cab and Star Limousine. Look for reporter Doug McMurdo's story on Cleavon Carter, who says he was subjected to racial slurs and at least one act of violence by co-workers. Carter's court papers say that after first filing discrimination complaints, he found a noose hanging in the mechanic shop where he worked. A fired North Las Vegas police officer tried to plead guilty Thursday to reduce charges stemming from allegations he asked for dates and sexual favors from women he stopped for traffic violations. Check Friday's printed online RJ for details on how the deal fell apart when a district court judge said 40-year-old James Vernon Clayton's refusal to admit that he did what he was charged with meant that the plea deal was off. So what happens next? We'll let you know. Nellis Air Force Base, the scene Thursday of an exercise that included an attack on a mock foreign terrorist town.
And that is the target. Would like to put eyes in there. And in order to confirm our simulated median is up.
It is massive, 12,000 square nautical miles of flying airspace, 2.9 million acres, 41% of what the Air Force owns in land is out here in the Nevada Test and Training Range. Now, that 2.9 million acres of contiguous land withdrawn for military purposes, really for air operations, is the only place in the world that exists. You add all of those other pieces I've talked about, and it's simply unreplicatable. Add the last piece, which is this huge infrastructure that we built here over time, since the 40s, roads, communications, cameras, you name it out here. It is a huge investment for America.
See the entire video by the Review-Journal's Justin Yurkinen online, as well as military reporter Keith Rogers' story on the A-10 Thunderbolt action in print and online Friday. Review-Journal health reporter Paul Harrison has discovered that Reno and Las Vegas have different standards when it comes to giving out H1N1 swine flu shots. He reports in Friday's editions of the RJ that 25 to 64-year-olds left out of the Southern Nevada Health District's Honor System priority group are included in Washoe County's priority group. What's up with that? Find out in print and online. Sports, the high school football playoff season gets underway Friday night. In the Sunset region, prep editor Damon Siders previews a first-round matchup between Cimarron Memorial and Durango. And even folks who don't normally follow horse racing do get excited about one of the year's biggest events, the Breeders' Cup, set for Saturday. Review-Journal horse racing columnist Richard Ang breaks down the key races in print and online Friday. It is just about weekend time, so that must mean finally Friday, and another edition of the Everything You Need to Know About Doing and Dining guide that we call Neon. This week featuring veteran comedian Lily Tomlin, who still brings smiles after a career that took off in the 1960s Laugh-In show thanks to one of her many characters.
One ring-a-ding-ding. Two ring-a-ding-ding. Gracious, good afternoon. Is this the Sinatra residence?
Review-Journal entertainment writer Mike Weatherford reports that Ernestine is just one of the many characters you'll see when Tomlin, believe it or not, is making her Las Vegas debut. That's right, she's never played here before, and now she's doing it at the age of 70. Details on where and when in Neon. And also Mike Weatherford has details on a story that developed too late to make it into Neon. Bette Midler has announced the end to her 2-year run at Caesar's Palace. Exactly when is that? It's in Friday's print and online Review-Journal. And the weather. While the National Weather Service says we're not expecting rain from that powerful storm system we've been following, moving onshore now along the west coast, we are in for a cooling trend. From these near record highs in the 80s, we're going to be dropping about 10 degrees or so to highs which actually will be right around normal by the first of next week. That'll be 70 and then the upper 60s. Overnight lows, by the way, are going to slip too from the mid-50s to right around 50. For breaking news 24/7, you're at the right spot. ReviewJournal.com.